The Celtics in Miami for Game 4 against the Heat. Boston came out hot, but did not leave this matchup unscathed, right? Derek White, he had a great game. He was the first Celtics player with 35 points, 3 blocks in a playoff game since 73-74, Austin.
His jump shot just continues to improve. The quick release, they had no answer for it last night, and he does it on both sides of the floor as we see right here.
Derek White elevates, pulls up.
Quick trigger.
I mean, super impressive from him. But watch here, Kristaps Porzingis, he appears just to tweak his ankle a little bit on this play. And then going ahead, Brian, later, he appears to injure his calf on this play.
Yeah, this was probably actually the most relevant thing that happened in the NBA playoffs last night because this team needs Porzingis. He unlocks so much for them, and his health status that the Celtics are going to establish today could be a big factor in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
He exited this game, and he did not return. Let's go ahead here to the fourth quarter. Celtics up big. Jason Tatum drives on Caleb Martin. Oh, my goodness.
Where my twin at? Oh.
Tatum throwing it down with authority. And this is a few minutes later. This is just on a dead play. Yeah, Bam Adebayo, he was called for a flagrant 1 on this one, Austin. Obviously, Tatum goes down in some pain, so scary moment. Is this a flagrant 1?
Yeah, easy call. He came up under him. Whether it was intentional or not is besides the point. The fact is his feet were under him, he had nowhere to land. That's an easy flagrant 1.
So Eric Spoelstra, others a little bit confused. Bam on the sidelines, kind of chatting, not really understanding. Bam was actually still talking with the refs after the game. The Celtics win. White, 38 points, 3 blocks. Bam, 25 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists. This is shortly after the game what Kristaps Porzingis posted on social media. He said, "Good win tonight. Derek White is special. Thank you for all the support." He says that he will be good. But the Celtics, they were more than fine, right, without Porzingis in the regular season. They went 21-4, outscored their opponents by over 12 points per game without him. Both marks they would have easily led the league. Obviously, though, the playoffs, they are a different level of intensity, and health is key. So our senior NBA insider, Adrian Wojnarowski, is here alongside Zach Lowe. Woj, what do we know exactly about Porzingis, and is there hope that he returns this postseason?
Hey, Malika, we'll start here. I was told last night that the early estimation was, excuse me, that this was not an Achilles injury, and certainly that's always the initial fear when you see a player reach back, in that calf Achilles area. But he's back in Boston. He's still undergoing imaging, the evaluation of that today. And then the Celtics will have a better sense of how severe this calf strain is. Certainly there are strains that could be, a week to 10 days, 2 weeks. There are more severe calf strains, more significant grades. That could be longer than that. And so right now for the Celtics, listen, the hope is that this is not such a serious injury that they've lost Kristaps Porzingis for the season, but they're still evaluating. And as Brian said, there's certainly a lot at stake if they want to win a championship to have Kristaps Porzingis back sooner than later in these playoffs.
Not to mention putting any more stress on Al Horford, who is 37, turning 38, is something that they want to avoid doing. So hopefully this won't be an extensive absence for Porzingis. But Zach, if it is, how big of a deal is that for the Celtics?
Well, I think to win the championship, they need Kristaps Porzingis. And don't make any mistakes. The championship is the goal for the Celtics. Anything short of that is a disappointment. But if you look around the state of the East, I think they could make the finals without him, and depending on the severity of the injury, kind of slow play his return. Look, they're up 3-1 against a Heat team that is just decimated by injuries. Joel Embiid's team is down 3-1. Giannis's team is down 3-1, and Giannis is injured. The Knicks are very quietly running low on players on top of Julius Randle's injury. Mitchell Robinson couldn't go the last game. Maybe he'll try again tonight. Bojan Bogdanovic is hurt. The East is just absolutely decimated. Cleveland, Orlando is a dogfight. Neither of those teams holds a candle to Boston. I think they can get through the East, giving Porzingis his minutes to Luke Cornett and Xavier Tillman if they have to. Obviously, that's not ideal. And in the finals, should they get there, it's a different beast. They'd want him back before. The Knicks are formidable. These teams are good. But the East right now is just, it is decimated by injuries. And I think that gives the Celtics some time with Kristaps Porzingis.
Not to mention they have a little bit time more immediately as they await the result of that Magic Cavaliers series. Woj, Zach, thank you very much. Please.
them bands. How they wear, I pull up all brands. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA on ESPN.